Okay, a quick tutorial on how to properly export OBJ files from Blender. That is to keep the color with the file. You just start up Blender here. You import a file that's got the proper color. That could come from, actually that should come from something nice like this Paint 3D does really nice files in a special format. Get rid of this here. There we go. So if I import a GLB file, that works well. And let's go to this one here. Here we go. So this comes in. Now, as you can see, it could be bigger, so you can press S for size it, make it bigger, or not. Doesn't really matter. Just zoom in, center mouse, zoom in. And you have to go over here to see the colors. And there's your colors. Lovely. Now, if you just want to export the ogre, since I've already done this, you can just click on him, or I think you can press tab. And if you just want to export him, when you go to the export here, go to export OBJ. Obviously, OBJ is the only one that will go into Element, and it'll also go into Sweet Home. So, you know, I actually use this material groups, and I set this to copy. I don't know if this really matters, but that's fine. Then you export as OBJ. So I don't even want to really do all this, but because it takes time. Anyways, I did this already. Now let me just double check. OGRE8. Okay, export OBJ. It's going to take time, but I guess I'll have to. Well, let's see if I can get onto this. So I go to the UV texture painting, because these are textures, not UVs. I'm going to have to pause this. Hold on. Okay, so I go into the texture paint tab, because these are textures, and I can zoom this in and out with the middle mouse. I go up here into the images and choose the one that looks like it goes over the ogre, and you know, I can do the urchin separately and stuff like that. So image 11 is the one that I'm going after. Now if I want to save this image, save as, right, so this will go out as, ogre 8 or whatever. Make it a simple name so that it's easy to put in as a file name, and then just save that into your same file as the other OBJ and everything like that. Okay, and then you go ahead and you're done with Blender, and you go ahead and make sure you have Notepad++. You go in and open up the Sweet Home 3D. So I did this on Ogre 6. You open up the MTL file with Notepad++, and I got that open here. What you don't have is this key right here. You need this map KID with the capital K, and then you put in the image 11 JPEG is what I saved it as. I'm sorry, PNG, and you resave it, and now it's connected to your MTL file, and it's connected to your OBJ file. Now it'll properly import to just about anything you want. It'll import into After Effects. And one thing about importing to After Effects, if you're using Element 3D, is sometimes these things are so tiny that they don't look like they imported. So when you're on the setup file, you need to make sure that you scale it. There's a scale button here, and this is the same for a lot of these. So I think this is the scale button here, right? So a lot of times these will be completely compressed, so you have to scale them out 3D so that they will show up. And yeah, right. You can left mouse, and you can whatever. There's a way to scale these bitches somehow. Damn it, why isn't it scaling? Anyways, oh, maybe I have to pull it out. Yeah, I have to pull it forward, it won't go in. Okay, so, right, now this will save, and if you want to export from Element 3D, obviously you need to add a camera, and this is on a layer, and all that stuff. If you want to export, you need to go into Output, I think it is, or Render, I think it's Render Settings here. Maybe Output. Okay, let me find this real quickly. Yeah, hold on. Okay, here it is under Utilities. You export as an OBJ. Right, so you export as an OBJ. I think it'll just save it out, but you'll probably have to put in the the same editing to the OBJ to the MTL file again, but this totally makes a huge, massive difference. And then if you can import it into Sweet Home, you have to, well, it's a straight import in Sweet Home as a MTL import through the furniture importer. And also you need to assign it dimensions, depth, width, and height, because some of these don't have expansion defaults, so that's key, or else you won't see it go into you won't see it show up. Alright, so that's good. I think that's the basis on that. I'm gonna make this public. I know it's not complete. I know it could be a lot longer, but that's life.